there is always this knowing and doing gap.
Mm.
People know what they need to do, but they don't get to do it. There are, of course, we can call it some fears, hesitations, self-limiting beliefs on one side. And then there's this other facet about how people will judge them,
Yeah.
etc. So all of that is what people, so that leads to a lot of people who I look at as introverted experts, because they're not visible there, but there's so many experts than just the vocal ones. Now,
Mm.
how should people address this to build a brand? I mean, is there something that you would say which will motivate them or help them think beyond
Mm.
their hesitations, Janani?
Yeah, it's a very pertinent question. And personally, I have also struggled through this at some stage. Um, you know, there is this thinking of what will people think about me if I'm going to write this?
Correct.
Um, in that in that thought, many good thoughts don't come out at all.
Correct.
Or the other extreme is people will like this and therefore I will write on this. But
Correct.
it's absolutely misaligned to me as a
Correct.
person, right? I
Correct.
think people go through an ambivalence between this extreme to that extreme. And it's a tough one to crack. I'll tell you what I did several years back when I started writing. One of my mentors who also writes poems, like I also write poems and he also writes. So we were sharing something. And one particular post, he said, "Hey, I don't think you wrote for yourself, you wrote for others." I said, "How did you spot it?" He said, "I'm able to understand from the style and maybe call it a writer's knowledge." He could understand that. And then that left me reflecting, saying, okay, why did I write this? For whom did I write this? And then I just paused and said, anything that I write will first be for me, anything that I can relate to from within. And then, even if it is hitting only 4 people's mind, it's okay. If 100 people are able to relate to it, it's okay. Depending on whichever people like and their network gets to view the post. Um, or it could even be speaking, right? Like I'll come to speaking in a minute. So writing, I think I cracked it that way. Therefore, yes, while you will need to have some level of consistency, let's say once in 2 weeks you will post something, if that's the pattern that one has, there has to be that consistency, but it should not be unnatural or falsely made with the pressure of I need to post something. This is something I actually follow. So sometimes if it's once in 3 weeks, I'm okay. Sometimes 1 month, I don't want to write content that I will not like reading. So you say it's that way.